You are not lacking anything, my dear. You are simply in a moment where life is quietly rearranging itself to meet you. Take a breath with me, slowly, gently, as if nothing is rushing you, because in this moment, nothing truly is. I want you to pause, just for a second, and notice how much you've been carrying lately. The questions, the waiting, the wondering. When will things change? When will I finally feel safe, supported, fulfilled? And maybe you've been trying so hard to stay positive, to believe, to trust. But there are moments, aren't there, when the silence feels heavy, when nothing seems to move, and you begin to wonder if you're doing something wrong. Sweetheart, you are not doing anything wrong. Let me say that again, slowly, so your heart can hear it. You are not doing anything wrong. Sometimes what feels like delay is actually preparation. Sometimes what feels like emptiness is actually space being created. Space for something greater, something more aligned, something that truly belongs to you. Imagine for a moment a seed beneath the soil. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening, no movement, no progress, just darkness and stillness. But underneath, something sacred is unfolding. The seed is breaking open. It is stretching, reaching, transforming into something entirely new. And if you were that seed, you might think, why am I buried? Why is everything so dark? Why am I not growing yet? But the truth is, the growth is already happening. My dear, you are that seed. This phase of your life, this waiting, this uncertainty, this quiet in between, it is not punishment. It is not absence. It is transformation. You see, prosperity, love, and abundance are not things you chase. They are things you become aligned with. And I know how tempting it is to look outside yourself, to measure your life by what you see or don't see yet. To think, once I have more money, once I find the right person, once everything falls into place, then I'll feel complete. But let me gently ask you something. What if it works the other way around? What if the moment you begin to feel whole, even before everything arrives, is the moment everything begins to move toward you? Take another breath, slowly, because this is where everything begins to shift. You are not here to chase abundance. You are here to recognize that abundance is already trying to reach you, but it cannot meet you in a place where you feel unworthy, where you feel not enough, where you are constantly bracing yourself for disappointment. It meets you in softness, in openness, in quiet trust. And I know, trust can feel difficult when life hasn't always gone the way you hoped, when you've been hurt, when things didn't work out, when doors closed and left you questioning your path. But what if those closed doors were not rejection, but redirection? What if the things that didn't stay were never meant to hold the version of you you are becoming now? You are evolving, even when it feels slow. You are shifting, even when you can't see it yet. And sometimes, the greatest act of manifestation is not forcing, not striving, not overthinking, but softening. Yes, softening. Softening your grip on how things should happen, softening the pressure you place on yourself, softening the need to control every outcome, because control, my dear, often comes from fear, and fear quietly says, if I don't force this, it might never happen. But love whispers something very different. It says, what is meant for me will not pass me. Let that settle into your heart for a moment. What is meant for you will not pass you. Not the love, not the opportunities, not the abundance, not the life that feels aligned with your soul. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing your moment. Your moment is unfolding right now in ways you cannot fully see yet. And I want you to begin shifting your focus gently, not forcefully. From when will it happen to who am I becoming while I wait? Because the version of you who effortlessly receives love, who naturally attracts prosperity, who lives in abundance, is not a future version you have to chase. She is being formed right here in this very moment. In the way you speak to yourself, in the way you hold yourself through uncertainty, in the way you choose to believe, even when there is no visible evidence yet. So let me ask you, my dear, who are you becoming? Are you becoming someone who trusts even when it's quiet? Are you becoming someone who feels worthy even before it arrives? Are you becoming someone who can hold joy without needing proof? Because this is the real shift. Manifestation is not about controlling the outside world. It is about becoming internally aligned with what you desire, until it feels natural, until it feels safe, until it feels like who you already are. And I know sometimes receiving can feel unfamiliar. Sometimes, deep down, there's a quiet voice that says, can I really have this? Do I deserve this? What if I lose it? And so, without even realizing it, we hesitate, we hold back, we close off just a little to protect ourselves. But sweetheart, abundance requires openness. Love requires openness. Life itself requires openness. You don't have to force yourself to be completely open all at once. No, we do this gently, softly, step by step, even just a small willingness, a quiet whisper inside you that says, I am ready to receive, even if I'm still learning how. That is enough. Take another breath with me. And as you exhale, imagine releasing just a little bit of tension, just a little bit of pressure, just a little bit of doubt. You don't have to carry it all. You don't have to figure everything out today. You don't have to rush your becoming, because life is not late with you. Life is responding to you. Every thought, every feeling, every belief is shaping the energy you live in. And when you begin to feel safe, to feel worthy, to feel open, you naturally begin to notice things shifting. Opportunities appear in unexpected ways. Connections feel more aligned. Moments of ease begin to replace moments of struggle. Not because the world suddenly changed, but because you did, and this is the quiet power you hold. Not in forcing outcomes, but in becoming the version of yourself who no longer resists what is already trying to arrive. So for now, just rest here. You don't need to chase anything in this moment. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to be anything other than who you are, right here, right now. Because who you are becoming is already enough. And as you sit with that, as you breathe with that, as you soften into that truth, something inside you begins to open, slowly, gently, naturally, like a flower that doesn't force itself to bloom, but simply responds to the light. And my dear, your light is already here. And as you begin to feel that gentle opening inside you, that soft space where something new is quietly unfolding, I want you to stay here with me for a moment longer. Take another slow breath. Let it fill your chest, and then release it. as if you are letting go of an old version of yourself that no longer needs to lead your life. Because, my dear, something very important is happening within you. You are no longer the person who only knew how to wait in worry, or hope in fear, or desire from a place of lack. You are becoming someone who understands deeply that what you feel within shapes what you experience around you. And I know this idea can feel both empowering and uncomfortable at the same time, because it means, gently, that we must look inward, not to judge ourselves, never to criticize, but simply to become aware. Let me ask you something, softly. When you think about prosperity, what do you feel in your body? Is there ease or is there tension? When you imagine love, real, deep, fulfilling love, does your heart open or does it quietly brace itself? And when you think about abundance, a life where you are supported, provided for, secure, do you feel safe or do you feel like you have to fight for it? Just notice, no need to fix anything right now. Because these feelings, they are not mistakes. They are messages. They are gentle reflections of what your nervous system has learned over time. And sweetheart, your nervous system is not trying to block you. It is trying to protect you. If you have ever experienced lack, disappointment, heartbreak, instability, then of course part of you learned to be careful. Of course, part of you learned to hold back, to question, to prepare for things not working out. This is not weakness. This is intelligence. But here's where your power begins to return. You are no longer living in those same moments. You are here, now, aware, present, able to choose something different. And change doesn't happen by force. It happens through gentle repetition, through safety, through kindness toward yourself. So instead of trying to force yourself to believe harder or think more positively, we begin with something much softer. We begin with allowing yourself to feel safe, even in small ways. Allowing yourself to imagine something good without immediately questioning it. Allowing yourself to receive, even if it feels unfamiliar at first. Take a breath and place your attention on your heart for a moment. Not your thoughts, not the outside world, just your heart. And quietly, without pressure, I want you to whisper inside, "It's safe for me to receive." Say it gently, like you're speaking to a part of you that has been waiting to hear this for a very long time. It's safe for me to receive. You don't have to fully believe it yet. Just let the words land. Because words, when spoken with presence, begin to reshape your inner world. And your inner world is where everything begins. You see, my dear, abundance is not something you prove yourself worthy of. It is something you allow yourself to experience. But allowing requires trust. And trust is built not in big, overwhelming leaps, but in small, consistent moments. Moments where you choose to soften instead of tighten. Moments where you choose to believe, even just a little. Moments where you choose to treat yourself as someone who matters. So let's explore this together. What if, just for today, you stopped measuring your life by what hasn't happened yet? What if you stopped asking, "Why is it not here?" and instead asked, "Where is it already beginning?" Because abundance rarely arrives all at once. It whispers first. It shows up in small openings, quiet opportunities, subtle shifts. A conversation that feels aligned, an idea that excites you, a moment of peace that feels unfamiliar but beautiful. These are not random. These are signs. But if your focus is only on what is missing, you might overlook what is already arriving. And I don't want that for you. I want you to see, to truly see, how life is already moving in your favor. Even if it's slow, even if it's quiet, even if it doesn't yet look the way you expected. Because sometimes the life meant for you doesn't match the picture you once had in your mind. It's better, more aligned, more peaceful, more you. But to receive it, you must be willing to let go of the old expectations, the rigid timelines, the belief that it must happen a certain way. Take another breath and imagine yourself loosening your grip just slightly on how everything should unfold. Feel that space, that openness. That's where life begins to flow again. And now, I want to gently guide you into something deeper, not something complicated, not something overwhelming, just a simple way of being. As you move through your day, I want you to start noticing how you speak to yourself, the quiet thoughts, the inner dialogue, the tone you use when things don't go perfectly. Are you kind to yourself? Or are you carrying an invisible pressure, a constant expectation to do more, be more, fix more? Sweetheart, you don't need more pressure. You need more compassion, because the way you speak to yourself becomes the emotional environment you live in. And abundance, love, prosperity, they grow in environments that feel safe. So when something doesn't go as planned, instead of saying, I messed up, try saying, gently, I'm learning and I'm still worthy. When you feel impatient, instead of thinking, why is this taking so long? Whisper, everything is unfolding for me, even now. And when doubt appears, because it will, sometimes, don't fight it. Just hold it softly and remind yourself, I can feel uncertain and still trust the process. This is how you begin to rewire your experience, not by denying your feelings, but by meeting them with something new, something kinder, something more supportive. And slowly, something shifts. Your body begins to relax. Your mind becomes less reactive. Your heart opens just a little more. And from that place, you begin to attract differently, not from effort, but from alignment. And now, let's take a quiet moment together. I want you to close your eyes, if you can, just for a few seconds, and imagine a version of you who already feels abundant, not because of what she has, but because of how she feels. She moves through life with ease. She trusts herself. She feels worthy of good things. She receives love without questioning it. She feels supported, even when things are still unfolding. Can you see her? Can you feel her, even just a little? That version of you is not separate from you. She is you, without the layers of doubt, without the weight of old conditioning. And every time you choose softness, every time you choose trust, every time you choose to speak to yourself with love, you step closer to her, until one day you realize you've become her. Take a breath. Let that settle into your being. Because this is not about becoming someone else. It is about returning to who you have always been, beneath the fear, beneath the waiting, beneath the uncertainty. You are already worthy of prosperity. You are already deserving of love. You are already aligned with abundance. And As you continue to open gently, patiently, you will begin to see it reflected back to you in ways that feel natural, in ways that feel right, in ways that make you pause and smile and realize it was always on its way to me. You are ready to receive more than you've allowed yourself to believe, my dear, and it begins the moment you stop holding yourself back. Take a slow breath with me. Let it move through you, not just your body, but your thoughts, your memories, your expectations. And as you exhale, imagine releasing the invisible walls you've built around your own receiving. Because yes, there have been walls. Not because you did anything wrong, but because somewhere along your journey, you learned that it was safer not to expect too much, safer not to hope too deeply, safer not to fully open your heart to what you truly desire. And that made sense then. But sweetheart, you are not in that same place anymore. You are here now, aware, awake, ready for something different. And yet, there may still be quiet patterns within you, subtle ways you hold yourself back without even realizing it. Moments where something good begins to come your way, and a small voice whispers, "Is this too good to be true?" Moments where love appears, and part of you prepares for it to leave. Moments where opportunity knocks, and you hesitate, wondering if you're truly ready. This is what we call resistance. Not loud, not obvious, but quiet, protective, deeply rooted. And I want you to know there is nothing wrong with you for feeling this way. This is simply your mind and body trying to keep you within what feels familiar, even if what's familiar is limitation. Because the unknown, even when it's beautiful, can feel uncomfortable at first. So instead of fighting this resistance, instead of trying to force yourself to just believe, we meet it with understanding, with patience, with love. Let me ask you gently, what if the reason you haven't fully received everything you desire yet is not because it isn't meant for you, but because a part of you is still learning how to feel safe having it? Take a breath. Let that question settle softly inside you, because receiving is not just about opportunity arriving. It's about your ability to hold it, to trust it, to keep your heart open even as it enters your life. And this is where your power deepens, not in chasing more, but in expanding your capacity to receive. So how do we do that? Gently, without pressure. We begin by normalizing the good. Yes, this is important. So often, struggle feels normal. Waiting feels normal. Doubt feels normal. But joy, ease, abundance can feel unfamiliar. And anything unfamiliar, the mind questions. So we begin to gently make goodness feel safe. When something good happens, no matter how small, instead of brushing it off, instead of saying, "It's nothing," pause, breathe it in, and say, softly, "This is allowed." Let yourself feel it. Let yourself hold it, even for a few seconds longer than usual, because this is how you retrain your system. This is how you teach your body. It is safe to receive. It is safe to have. It is safe to experience more. And over time, your capacity expands. What once felt overwhelming begins to feel natural. What once felt too good to be true begins to feel expected in the most peaceful way. And this is how your reality shifts, not through force, but through familiarity. Now, I want to guide you into something deeper, something very gentle, but very powerful. We're going to speak to that part of you, the part that has been holding back, the part that has been protecting you. Close your eyes for a moment if you can, and imagine that part of you. Maybe it feels like a younger version of you, or simply a sensation in your body, and softly speak to it. You don't have to protect me this way anymore. Take a breath. I am safe now. I can handle good things. Another breath. I am ready to receive more. Say it slowly, with warmth, with sincerity, not to convince, but to comfort. Because healing is not about pushing parts of yourself away. It is about bringing them with you, gently, into a new way of being. And as you do this, something softens, something opens, something begins to trust again. And now, my dear, let's move into a quiet space of affirmation. Not loud, not forceful, but soft, like a whisper that carries truth. Repeat these within yourself, slowly, allowing each one to land. I am open to receiving prosperity. Pause. I am worthy of deep, genuine love. Pause. I allow abundance to flow into my life with ease. Pause. I no longer chase. I attract what is aligned with me. Pause. I trust the timing of my life. Pause. Everything meant for me is finding its way to me. Let these words settle, not just in your mind, but in your body, in your breath, in your energy, because repetition with presence begins to reshape your inner world, and your inner world is the foundation of everything you experience. Now, as you move forward from this moment, I want you to carry something simple with you, not a list of things to do, not pressure to be perfect, just awareness. Awareness of how you feel, how you think, how you respond. When you notice yourself tightening, soften. When you notice doubt, gently redirect. When you notice fear, hold it with compassion. And when something good appears, let yourself receive it fully, without hesitation, without questioning, without shrinking. Because you are not meant to live a life where you are constantly holding back. You are meant to experience, to expand, to receive, to enjoy. Prosperity is not just money, it is the feeling of being supported. Love is not just a person, it is the feeling of being seen, valued, cherished. Abundance is not just things, it is the feeling that life is on your side. And these feelings, my dear, they are available to you now, not someday, not when everything is perfect. No, in this breath, in this moment, and the more you allow yourself to feel them now, the more they begin to reflect back into your outer world. So as we come to this gentle close, I want you to return to your breath once more. Slow, steady, calm, and remind yourself, I am not waiting for my life to begin. Pause. I am already in it. Another breath. I am already becoming everything I desire. And one more. I am ready to receive it. Stay here for just a moment, in this softness, in this openness, in this quiet trust, because nothing you desire is far from you. It is closer than you think. It is already moving toward you, and all you are doing now is learning how to meet it with an open heart